Alright, hello, welcome. Today I want to talk about Storm Splitter. It's a tier 4 duo specific Naga. Once per turn after you pass a tavern spell, get a new copy of it. So this card can enable some pretty powerful stuff, like in the current meta at the time I'm making this video. You should always pick it up when elementals are in, because of one broken spell you can copy with it. Aside from that, the strength of Storm Splitter really is dependent on the card that you're copying. So like, if you have a really good tavern spell to copy, well, Storm Splitter is going to be really good. But if you have a crappy spell, well, it's going to be pretty crappy as well. So what you want with Storm Splitter is basically recognize what are the best spells you can copy in duos. And I'll just help you and identify for you the most broken spells. So first one, I wouldn't really call it broken, but it has obvious synergy with Storm Splitter. It's Eyes of the Earth Mother. So Eyes of the Earth Mother, tier 5, 6 cost spell, choose a friendly minion from tier 4 or below, make it golden. And Storm Splitter is, at the time I'm making this video, it's a tier 4 minion, so you can make it golden with Eyes of the Earth Mother. So you have Eyes of the Earth Mother and Storm Splitter. You pass one Eyes of the Earth Mother to your teammate, you get a copy yourself. You use the copy that you have on your Storm Splitter. Your teammate passes back Eyes of the Earth Mother. You pass it back to them for 2 extra copies of Eyes of the Earth Mother. So with only one Storm Splitter and one Eyes of the Earth Mother, you ended with 1 golden Storm Splitter and 3 copies of Eyes of the Earth Mother, which is a pretty good deal. But now if we want to move on to the really broken stuff, because this was not really broken, it's a temperature shift. This card is why you should always buy Storm Splitter in an elemental lobbies right now. Temperature shift, tier 4, 4 cost spell, get a Fireballer and a Snowballer. So if you don't remember the cards or if you don't know them, Fireballer, when you sell this, give your minions +1 attack, improve your future ballers. And Snowballer, when you sell this, give your minions +1 health, improve your future ballers. So they're both ballers, so they both improve off of each other. So basically, +1 attack / health, then +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7, +8. It just snowballs. You get a lot of scaling from copying this spell. It can be your whole game plan. Like if both players have a bunch of Storm Splitters, if you make them golden with Eyes of the Earth Mother, and you have a bunch of temperature shifts, well, your board is just going to be crazy. Alright, the next spell I want to talk about is Fandral's Fortune. It's a tier 6 4 cost spell. Discover, choose 1 minion, it has both effects combined. I think this spell falls off a lot of radar, especially in duos. Like I haven't seen anyone go for that, and it's pretty broken. So I'll explain why. So let's just look at how many different choose 1 cards, choose 1 minions there are in duos right now. So there's 1 Murloc, 1 Beast, 1 Neutral, 1 Pirate, 3 Quill Boars, and then 1 Elemental Demon. So in the right lobbies, you can guarantee that every time you cast it, it's gonna show you Nether Construct. So you're gonna buff the tavern, and you're gonna eat the minions in the tavern every time you cast Fandral's Fortune. So just to give an example of a good lobby for it, Naga, Demon, Pirate, Mech, Undead. So this means that the only choose 1 minions in this lobby would be Grace Farcel for Pirate, Resourceful Soldier for Neutral, and Nether Construct for Demon. So every time you use Fandral's Fortune, these 3 will be offered every time on tier 6. So you do this over and over, you copy Fandral's Fortune with Storm Splitter, and you get some huge stats, and also your tavern is going to become huge. One thing I want to mention is that there are only 7 copies of tier 6 minions. So if you already have 2 golden Nether Construct and a regular one on your board, and you use Fandral's Fortune again, you won't be, Nether Construct won't show up because you just depleted all of them from the pool. So before doing that, you want to sell one of your smaller ones, or eat it, or transform it with your August Evolution. But yeah, it's a good problem to have. Like, it means that you already have 2 golden nether construct and 1 regular one. Obviously the math is a bit different if you goldened one of the nether construct with elemental of surprise, because I think elemental of surprise will get taken out of the pool but not nether construct. So yeah, so if you want to do Fandral stuff, you want elemental or demon, then you don't want quillboars at all, and then at most you want pirate or murloc or beast for your tribes. And then the rest, it doesn't matter. It can be Naga, it can be Mech, it can be Undead. Like, these tribes do not have any choose one card, so it's fine. Alright, and last spell I want to talk about is Portal in a Crystal. It's a tier 5 spell that costs 2, has a friendly non-golden minion. Like, why it's good to copy it is because there are a lot of comps where it's good to bounce some cards. And by bouncing, I mean putting them back to your hand and replaying them, putting them back to your hand and replaying them. So just to give an example, maybe you're playing Quillboars, you want to buff your gems, you play Fearless Footy on the board, use Portal in a Crystal, it's gonna go back to your teammate's hand, and they pass it back to you. You replay it, use the Portal in a Crystal, goes back to them, over and over again, you just do that. So this is pretty good with any comp that uses Bran. Like, if you have Groundbreaker Naga, you can replay Shell Collector, you can replay Darkrest Strategist, you can replay Glow Scale if you want to give shields to some units. If you just want more money, maybe Selfless Sightseer, it's gonna help both players get money. If you're playing, I don't know, it just works with a lot of tribes. Like, obviously with Nether Construct, again, you can buff the shop or eat the shop many times. So Portal in a Crystal, if you copy it a bunch of times, it can be game winning, but it's not as obvious as copying Temperature Shift and Fandral's Fortune. Like, for this one, you really gotta know what cards you really want to bounce, and yeah, know if it's worth it and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the broken spells. One thing I want to mention before I end the video is that Storm Splitter, I don't want you to overvalue Storm Splitter, like to just buy it every time you see it. I think it's only correct to buy it when you see it in elemental lobbies right now because of temperature shift. But aside from that, it's really dependent on what you have. Like don't go out of your way to buy Storm Splitter unless you already have some clear synergy, like unless you or your teammate already has Eyes of the Earth Mother in their hand, or Fandral spell, or if it's a good lobby for Fandral spell or stuff like that. Like otherwise, it's an okay card. It's not the nuts. It's just nuts in specific situation. So yeah, so I'll leave you. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a follow, or subscribe. I mean, a thumbs up, whatever. Wait, thumbs up is the same thing as like. Whatever, leave a comment. And yeah, I'll see you in the battlegrounds, I guess.